We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. He's picking up where he left off last week. A tackle for loss there. And remember, coming off the end a week ago, 4 of them.
And I like how you said picking up, because that means he's probably using his hands really well. I know people don't think about it a whole lot. He's got to use those to control the people trying to block him, shed them, and get to the ball carrier in the offensive backfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Here we go.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a short pickup to about the 25. The Titans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. Taken down at the 42. When you talk about this Jets defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down. From the 34-yard line here, 2nd down and 8.
He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Okay, ready? Set up.
Pollard again. And once again, this defense very stout. They stop him for no gain for the 2nd straight play. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Looking to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chigaconkro from 3 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Jack 300. Jack 300.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Agnew now to return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go.
They'll run left with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He completes it to Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running left, it's Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Rodgers. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. 1:50 to go here in the first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Got it. Ready? Set. Ready? 18 rapper. 18 rapper. Go.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble, then 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Rodgers to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Well, now a design run for Ridley. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Still on his feet. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll run with Hall. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, check that. Check go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Jets 28, Titans 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Jamie and Sherwood there to make the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Loose inside the 30. And they can't bring him down. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Pollard is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Second down, goal to go. Pollard one more time. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And that might be Titan football. It is. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them